him and then try and pushing for some issue that they cared about. He was there as a Texan. He was there as a native of Uvalde, Texas, and he said he was there as a gun owner. He said he grew up in Texas. It's where he learned how to master a baby BB gun. Uvalde, he says, is where he learned responsible gun ownership. His mom was a kindergarten teacher. She taught less than a mile away from Robb Elementary. And he said as a gun owner now, he feels that there is a need for background checks, more background checks. A need to raise the minimum age to purchase an AR-15 rifle to 21. There needs to be a waiting period for those kinds of rifles and to have more red flag laws and more consequences. He was emotional. He was angry. He was pounding his fist on the podium at the White House. He was wiping away tears as he called for action. And he was also talking about the stories of those kids, because he said he was on a movie set when he got word of this. And when he heard, he packed his kids up in his truck. He and his wife drove straight to Uvalde, and he spent over a week on the ground there, meeting with the families who lost a child or one of the teachers in the shooting, to hear their stories, to hear about those kids. And he was there to talk about them, to talk about what they loved, what they dreamed about, what they hoped for, so that their stories and memories don't get lost. And that's where he got very emotional, holding up photos, talking about their dreams. But, you know, it was also a call for action, and that's where he was getting angry as well.
All right, well, we'll see if it did any good yesterday. And if that, I mean, his testimony was so impactful. You've got to know that people took notice for sure. Karen, thank you so much.
Absolutely, thank you.
See you later. Now, the thing that, I mean, just ripped my heart out yesterday was there were a pair of green Converse shoes, and Matthew McConaughey's wife Camila sat with this pair of green high-top Converse on her lap, and a heart marked the right toe of the shoes. And Matthew McConaughey said 10-year-old Mighty Yelena Rodriguez drew a little heart on the toe of her shoes to show her passion for the environment. And if you think, why do I know that name? Because Mighty was one of the kids that was killed in the shooting. And what was heart-wrenching was not just seeing the shoes, was not just seeing the heart on the toe of the shoes, but it was knowing that it was those high tops that were used to identify Mighty Rodriguez. That was it. That was the one thing that they were able to identify her from because of the way her body was. And I think it was learning that, I don't know why that particular story, but just knowing that just sort of compounded the horror that must have gone on in the classroom that day. And as I promised, I want to give you those election results really quickly just to go over them. Governor Newsom has won the Democratic primary for governor. Rob Bonta got the nod for AG. The mayor's race in LA goes to a runoff between Karen Bass and Rick Caruso. Democrat Alex Padilla and Republican Mark Muser both advanced. They'll square off in the general election for U.S. Senate. Congrats to first-term OCDA Todd Spitzer. He was way ahead of the competition, and if the margin holds, he will win outright. No November runoff needed there. And as Rich Romero was mentioning, the Apple iOS 16 has added long-awaited features that will allow people up to 15 minutes to edit a message after it has been sent. iOS 16 also offers an unsend button. Comes on iPhones 8 and up in September. And I would like to apologize to everyone I have ever texted over the years because I'm a voice-to-texter and things come out terribly wrong. And oftentimes in a horrific way that have nothing to do with what I was trying to say to you. And now I can unsend it or at least edit it, and so I don't look like as big of an idiot as I have for the past umpteen years. This is KFI and KOST HD2 Los Angeles. Let's get a look at your drive on the 105.
A pretty rough ride for the drive on the westbound side coming from the Windward area off the 710 as you make way in heavy stretches continuing toward about Crenshaw Boulevard. And the westbound 91 as an alternate to the 105 going to be busy off the 605 as you make way toward Alameda past the 710. Looks like it's Caltrans Cruiser wrapping up shop for the drive there. Major problems down for your drive in the SGV San Gabriel Valley as you're getting out of Duarte continuing through the Monrovia area. Looks like it's a wreck that has the carpool and 3 left lanes shut down. Has that on the scene. Interesting. So only the right lane is open and that's going to be packed and tight for your drive. Getting out of the Glendora area to come away from Sunflower. Plan ahead for the 10 westbound, even though that will be busy for you right now. Getting out of the Covina through Baldwin Park from Azusa Avenue as you make way toward the 605. 60 westbound looks pretty decent, actually, if you don't mind heading that much further southbound. Off the 71 westbound 60 heading into Dime Bar toward the 57. That will be busy, but the rest of the drive 60 westbound as you continue toward the 605 off the 57 looks pretty good. Not seeing too bad of a drive for you there. Got an update on any of these problems or anything else slowing you down? Pound 250 on your cell phone keyword KFI traffic. KFI in the sky helps get you there faster. I'm Nick Poliokini.
If you have noticed, property values are actually declining. It's finally reached that point, and if you're looking to sell your house, you may want to jump on it right now. Now, there are a couple ways of doing it. You can list your house, you pay 6%. The agent tells you to clean and paint, repair, and of course potential buyers go through the house. Or you can have directbuyers.com buy your house or sell your house. I'm sorry, buy your house. And there's no that 6% you pay. You don't paint, you don't clean, you don't repair. You get paid in cash within 10 days or less. I mean, that's kind of a neat way of doing it. That's directbuyers.com. You'll get a fair price for your house. They'll give you an honest, no-obligation offer, even a $15,000 cash advance before closing to help with your move, and they'll never lowball you. Go to directbuyers.com, directbuyers.com. Call 844-242-SELL, 844-242-SELL, directbuyers.com.
This is Joe Cordell of Cordell & Cordell. I want to speak to the dads who are being denied access to their kids, excluded from key parenting decisions, are contending with child support issues. In all of these cases, doing nothing is probably not a good strategy. The law has given you rights, but you have to assert them. If the challenge is the cost of an attorney, Cordell & Cordell offers a capped fee option. Give us a call.
Schedule an appointment with one of Cordell & Cordell's California area attorneys. 1455 Frazee Road, Suite 500, San Diego, California, 92108.
Hey, kiddo, ready to catch that movie?
Almost. Wallet, phone, keys, mask. Yep, all set.
The mask? That's not required, is it?
No, but it's going to be busy and crowded, so I'll feel better with it on.
Right? It is open at night. Let me grab mine.
Nice. You passed the vibe check, Dad.
Wearing a mask when it can help protect you and others is just one way to keep each other safer. Brought to you by the California Department of Public Health.
Call Service Champions for their $88 professional AC tune-up at 833-777-7777.
SoCal weather from KFI. Looks like it's going to be a mostly sunny day after the gray goes away, but it's the heat that we're really talking about this morning. Temperatures even at the beaches are going to be in the mid-70s. It looks like we will make the upper 70s to mid-80s for Metro LA and OC. We'll be in the mid-90s, even possibly a couple of 100s for the valleys in the IE. And you can copy and paste this forecast for the whole rest of the week. Also, South Coast Air Quality Management District has issued a smog alert, and this is going to go through Sunday. We lead local, live from the KFI 24-hour newsroom. I'm Jennifer Jones-Lee. This has been your wake-up call. Handle on the News starts now.
Handle on the news. Handle on the news. And now, here's Bill Handel.
All right, we start another day. It's Wednesday, June 8th. Morning, everybody. Bill Handel here and the morning crew. And a quick hello to one and all. Jennifer, good morning.
Good morning. How's it going, Handel?
It's going okay. It's going okay. Wednesday already, hump day. We move ahead. Wayne, good morning.
Good morning. Excellent observations there.
Thank you. Greatly put, I might add. Well put. All right. Alice, good morning.
Morning.
Hey, God, I love the way you do that. Morning. And Tyler. Bill, good morning. Oh, there you are. Forceful. Manly good morning. I like that.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that.
That's quite all right. You manly man, you.
No, you.
No, I am a manly man, even with my tutu that I wear on weekends. But so people don't actually know that I do that.
TMI.
Yeah, I know. No, I've always enjoyed cross-dressers. You know, for some reason, this whole thing with women's underwear is just... never mind. I
Your
don't.
Instagram followers just got very excited.
Yeah, they certainly did. We won't be doing photos anytime soon. All right, guys. A lot of politics today. Some fun topics. Dean Sharp is joining us at 9:30, and a couple of things that may end up surprising you. I'm going to do this at 9:20. I'm going to now tease it. What is the zipper merge? Keep that in mind. A zipper merge.
Okay.
All right. You don't have to wave your hand. There's Tyler going.
I mean, are you asking us if we know?
No, not really. It's more rhetorical. I just want to put it in people's minds. There you go. Just think of zipper merge. Right sort of definition, zipper merges anyway, don't they? You can't think of a zipper without some kind of a merge. But
Well, that's why it's called that.
a zipper merge. Yeah.
The thing that you'll be talking about.
Yeah, okay, thank you. Okay, the tease is over. Let's do it, guys. It's Handel on the news, Jennifer, Wayne, and me. Lee, sorry. Well, no surprise in the world of politics. As I said yesterday and for the last few days, the mayoral race is really the big story, I think, here in Southern California. And of course, Karen Bass and Rick Caruso in the runoff. The only thing that was of interest is Karen Bass went into the race ahead of Caruso, and it's gone the other way. And my point is, it's not surprising that $41 million will buy you. And that is a few votes. Wayne yesterday pointed out, per vote, what did it end up costing Caruso?
Way more than Bass.
Yeah.
You know, Bass matched the polling. The results were about what the polling said. Caruso significantly outperformed the polling. And you talk about when you have all the money, so here's my point. It's also, you have the money, but also you have the message.
Yeah.
What is right now, any of you, what is Karen Bass's message?
It's not Rick Caruso. I don't know.
Yeah,
That would be
right.
and
Caruso,
kind of it.
and Caruso's message is
Top, clean up the streets, solve homelessness.
right there. You know that. And the way I pitch it, the reason that I'm endorsing, well, not endorsing Caruso, I don't tell anybody how to vote. The reason I'm voting for Caruso is because he's also a businessman, and that to me is important. I believe that he is more apt to be careful with the money. It's just that simple. I make that assumption.
You know what made me sick in this is we have almost 4 million people in the city of LA. And when it came to the numbers, Caruso got 119,000 votes and Bass got 106,000 votes. Granted, there were other people on the ballot, but if you look at that, let's just say that that's the hard number. You got 225,000 out of 4 million people voting.
Yeah, but it's a vote that no one cares about. You know, there are city votes that 6% vote, and no one even knows that there's an election out there.
But that's what I'm saying. People knew there was an election out there this time, and they still don't vote. And it's a biggie. You know, for the city of LA, picking the mayor is a big one.
I'm not that upset this time around because it was sort of a given as to who was going to run, who was going to be the two top, the vote getters. I mean, there was now in the general, it's going to be a different story come November, and because you also have you have midterms. It's not till the presidential that people really come out.
All right, LA County Sheriff Villanueva says, you know what, I expected a runoff. And he says he's ready for the fight.
We're in the lead. That's what counts.
I thought that was the funniest. You're right. You are in the lead with 34% of the vote. Robert Luna will run against Villanueva in November. He's got 25% of the vote. Third place candidate last night was Eric Strong. He had 13% of the vote.
Yeah, and that's not really good news. I mean, he should effectively run almost unopposed. He should get over 50%. Sheriffs and DAs, city sheriffs and DAs. Because remember, it's a nonpartisan ticket or nonpartisan position. Like Todd. Todd's going to make it over 50%. He said, and there was some controversy around Todd with some allegations. You know, if you look at statewide, how many sheriffs, how many DAs ran unopposed? Because it's a given. So I don't know how great news it is for Villanueva. He's bringing some baggage to the table.
I think this was mentioned already. Gavin Newsom, of course, got 60.8% of the vote, and the Republican challenger Brian Daly got 15.2%. They will face each other in November. Oh, I'm not going to be able to sleep. What's going to happen?
Yeah.
I can't stand it. This is like waiting for the end of Lost. Are they going to tell us what happens? It's such a mystery. It's so much tension. I can't take it. Who's going to win?
Wow, you do sarcasm so well and so
My
subtly
God,
too.
Why even, I'm being sarcastic here too, why even have the November? Just say Newsom's the governor.
You're right. Why even have the election? That's Putin's argument, and it's a good one.
Well, in this, yes, you know what? It's a good one there, and it's a good one here.
Yeah.
When you kind of think about the analogy or the comparison we're making.
And incidentally, this election was over at the recall vote. When
agree.
Newsom won the recall by 62%. At that moment, it was over. All right, let's take a break. We're going to come back. We got plenty more of Handle on the news. In the meantime, let's check in with Jennifer Jones-Lee live from the KFI 24-hour newsroom.
At least one person has been killed and 30 others were injured after a car plowed into a crowd near a church in Berlin this morning. Cops arrested a man who was driving. Former Olympic gymnasts, including gold medalist Simone Biles, are among dozens of assault victims who are asking for more than $1 billion from the FBI for failing to stop sports doctor Larry Nassar. And mortgage demand is the lowest it's been in 22 years. The Mortgage Bankers Association reports total mortgage applications fell 6.5% last week to the lowest level since 2000. From the Driveway.com Weather Center, sunny and hot today with highs from the low 70s to right at 100. This report is brought to you by Amtrak. From the Southern California Toyota Dealers Traffic Center, let's go places like the 210.
It's a mess for your time right now as you're making your way through the SGV through Monrovia specifically. You got a crash that has a motorcycle involved, a couple of other cars. The carpool and 2 left lanes are shut down. Actually, 3 left lanes. Along the far right lane that's open right now. You're seeing a mess for the drive heading westbound on the 210. That's going to be still going for you out of Glendora from well before Grand. Plan for the 60 westbound if you can, off the 57 through the SGV and Industry toward the 605. Looks like a pretty decent drive. 10 west is an alternate. You can get through, but it is rough for your ride right now as you come out of the Covinas from as far back as Grand, continuing toward the 605. KFI in the Sky helps get you there faster. I'm Nick Polly-O'Keene.
Imagine you just found out you're having a baby, and you look around your house and you think, oh boy, we need to sell this puppy fast and get into a new house and get the nursery going and the whole 9 yards, but you need to sell it sooner than later. Go to opendoor.com. This is the best way to sell your house stress-free. So imagine, all you do is go to opendoor.com, put in your address, tell them a little bit about your house. They're going to make you an offer in minutes, and I know this is how the process goes because I went through it. Open Door takes a look at your house, then what it does, grabs your information, compares it to recent sales in the neighborhood, and comes up with a very competitive offer. It's a real offer. And what I liked was you get to choose your close date and move on your schedule, so it avoids that double move or a double mortgage, that kind of thing, because you're having a baby. The last thing you have is money to expend on double mortgage or double rent or whatever it happens to be. So get a free offer on your house at opendoor.com/KFI. Offer eligibility varies. Open Door is represented by Open Door Brokerage Inc., license number 020-61130 in California, and Open Door Brokerage LLC in its other markets. When life stores